Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, it's the lemon pepper Gose and the lemon pepper Saison Part 2 taste test. I couldn't get anybody, yeah, that's right, couldn't get anybody to find the time to come over and do a taste test. They all had excuses. Even my youngest, who's now 21, he normally goes and plays soccer late at night. No, he had to go play 2 different games. He's like, oh, I'll come home, go again, but no, I can't help you. I'm like, really? So I'd like to say Riley's gonna help me, but Riley doesn't even like wort, and yes, that's before it's fermented. She's very picky, and I would say she volunteered, but she's a dog, so sadly, she didn't volunteer. She just likes attention, so say hi. On with the taste test. Okay, they both look very pretty. This is the Gose, and this is the Saison. The Saison's a little more hazy, it's still very clear, but a little more darkness to it and a little lighter over here. We did add corn sugar over here. We did not add corn sugar over here. Got a problem though. Huge problem that I thought I fixed, and I fixed it once before, but sadly, I'm gonna have to redo the way I fix things. Yeah, I had a different light for this, but gorgeous, very pretty, nice head retention. Saison. Both using Lallemand. That was the Philly Sour. This is the farmhouse. See, just very, very pretty. Nice, clean glasses. No haze, no anything. Here's the problem. I'd like to say I rushed these beers. I did a little bit, just a little. My problem is one of these is grain to drain. It's been a while, but life is just too short to drink bad beer. And the beer doesn't taste bad, but it smells weird. And it upsets my stomach smelling beer that smells weird. I've got a few things I would do different. Actually, one major thing I would do different if I did this again. And one thing I wouldn't do again. So, I travel for my job from time to time. And I had the Gose going, and I had the Saison going. And they were both fermenting under pressure. I thought I had the gauges set to 10 PSI. I didn't pre-fill it with CO2 like I should have and come down to 10. I just started fermenting and thought I had it correctly set. I did not. So I left for a day, went to Savannah. I came back. The next morning I checked. This bad boy was pushing well over 30, maybe close to 40 PSI, probably putting the FermZilla at its maximum pressure. This one was pushing up around the 13, 14, not a problem. I just weaned it down a little. Well, about a day and a half later, I'm not seeing any yeast activity, and I'm sitting at 1.029. So I really haven't fermented, but a hair below half of the actual alcohol or sugars into alcohol. So I've done this trick before and I've mentioned it, but I have a new way of doing it now that'll be safer. Is I take this time I add a little bit of corn sugar. Normally I don't. Normally I just add yeast energizer and another packet of the same yeast, get it going in some hot water, let it set for a minute, dump it in, take it, purge it, shake it up, rock and roll. Well, I didn't purge it. Yeah, I knew better. Didn't think I really let that much air in. I believe that was the problem, is I let air in. Don't think I let any other microbes, but I'm not 100% sure, but definitely let some air in. Next time what I'm gonna do is take one of those little 1-gallon kegs. I thought about buying a 64-ounce keg, do all of that in a keg, purge that a couple times, and then pressure transfer that stuff into the fermenter once it's already been going for a few days to avoid a problem. The problem with this beer, to be honest, it came out pretty decent. I mean, it got down to 1.010. It was expected to be at 1.006. Still came in at a nice around 4.5% ABV. As long as you don't smell it, it doesn't taste bad. It's light, it's very light. I'm not a big light beer fan. My problem is I can't tell if it is a Band-Aid or cardboard. I'm leaning to more of a slight solvent with a hint of cardboard. Yeah, nasty, not drinking it, not drinking it. There is one major change I mentioned I would love to do, and like I forgot to say in the very beginning of the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, definitely appreciate it. But the lemon pepper sour and the lemon pepper Saison, or lemon pepper Gose and lemon pepper Saison, were very, very, very similar, with the exception I didn't add a big old thing of salt to the lemon pepper Saison. But I added 1.2 ounces, or for everyone else, 34 grams of lemon zest from fresh lemons, cleaned, star sand, washed, rinsed, whatever. And I added 12 grams of peppercorns. For the average person, I would say bring that up to 24, 26 grams of peppercorns. For me, next time, I'm gonna go like 36 or 40. I am gonna just go all out. Lallemand's Philly Sour, I've had great success, with the exception of where I screwed up. The Farmhouse Saison, I may have to change the temp. I took a tiny sip earlier, but here we go. It smells like it's supposed to. It's lemon, hint of citrus, and some, I don't know what you call it, like herbal, a hint of herbal. That's what and that's kind of what I was thinking earlier. You drink it, it's nice, it's super sessionable. It would definitely be a great summer beer. It's a little light. I wouldn't mind kicking the mash temp up by a degree or two, see if that impacted a little bit, but for summertime, if it's really hot, this is what you want. A little cooler right now, you know, a little more body would be nice, but it's a great beer. My issue for me is that I'm used to White Labs 565. I'm used to a lot of spice. I get a hint of spice on the back note, kind of an aftertaste of spice. And the peppercorn at 12 grams wasn't doing it any favors. I definitely should have kicked that up to at least 24. Like I said, for me, 36, 40, maybe even 42 grams would have been amazing. Because I didn't realize that yeast wouldn't bring as much spice at the temperature I fermented it at. Now, at a warmer temperature, maybe I might have gotten a little bit better. I have to go back and see what the temps were. I don't remember off the top of my head. I did come in actually a little bit below, and said I came in at a 1.010. Expected final gravity would be in 1.009. That's bringing us in at, I believe it was 5 or 5.1% ABV. Very respectable. Yeah. 5.1. Yeah, 5.1%. And same thing, 34 grams of lemon zest, or 1.2 ounces. But the peppercorns, I need more peppercorns. The other thing is that we used a total of basically 3 ounces, 1.5 ounce of lemon drop, 1.5 ounces of Sriracha Ace at 10 minutes and again at 5 minutes. Sriracha Ace is probably the problem. Lemon drop was probably fine. Sriracha Ace, if you've ever had it, it's one of those dangerous hops. It's dangerous. I've had Brooklyn Brewery, I believe it is, made a Sriracha Ace IPA years ago. It was good, but it kind of got a little weird because it is not lemon, it is lemongrass. That is what you get from it, lemongrass. And then lemon drops bring me lemon, and I'm adding lemon zest. So I'm getting lemon with lemongrass, and I'm getting a little herbal, which Sriracha Ace is known to bring herbal to the table. Yeah, I would actually kick it up maybe 2 degrees on the mash, scratch the Sriracha Ace, and double, or preferably for me, more than triple the peppercorns. Pepper is one of those weird ones. The finer you grind it, the more pungent it becomes. You don't want it pungent, you just want the spice. So all you want is fresh peppercorns, crushed up just so they're kind of chunky and all broken apart in little quarters. Dump it in there, or smaller in quarters. But dump it in there, let it sit, make sure you, like I did, I sat in the microwave around 150 and kept spiking it just to make sure it was pasteurized, or, you know, as clean as possible, so I wouldn't have to worry too much about anything getting in there. I think peppercorn's got more dust than anything, but who knows where that dust came from. But I'm gonna say the lemon pepper Saison was a success, needs some improvement. Lemon pepper Gose, yeah, grain to drain, I'm so sorry, it sucks, but I hate rushing beers. I hate when I watch people tell people to rush a beer. And sadly, I did a little rush and I wasn't paying attention. You know, didn't have the hands on the steering wheel, didn't look at the road and keep my eyes forward. So, cheers. One's gone, one's drinkable. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing, and give me a second. I got a special host to say goodbye. She's trying to dig in my epoxy floor and doesn't understand why she can't. And it's all slippery, but it's shiny and reflective. Say bye and cheers. Thank you. Thank you again for joining us here at Bitter Reality Brewing. Come on, let's go play.